Here's the thing nobody tells you about shopping. That great deal you just grabbed, there's a pretty good chance you've been played. Not in an illegal way, nothing dodgy, but cleverly manipulated into spending more than you needed to. And it happens in the most boring places imaginable, like the battery aisle at your neighborhood electronics shop, or the rice section at NTUC. Today we're talking about hidden product variations and how they're quietly draining hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars from your bank account every single year. Let me paint you a picture. You're standing in front of the battery display at a shop in Jurong or Mid-Valley. You need AA batteries. Simple enough, right? But here's what you're actually looking at. Packs of 4, packs of 8, packs of 10, packs of 12, packs of 16, packs of 20. Different brands all sitting there at slightly different price points. One pack of 8 costs $7. Another pack of 10 costs $8.50. A pack of 12 from a different brand costs $9.90. Quick, which is the best deal? If you're like most people, you don't pull out your phone and do the math. You just grab whatever seems reasonable and move on. And that's exactly what retailers are counting on. This isn't some conspiracy theory, by the way. This is deliberate product strategy, carefully designed to make your brain give up on comparing prices. Now let's talk about why this works so well. Humans, for all our achievements, are absolutely rubbish at mental arithmetic when we're stressed or rushed. And let's be honest, grocery shopping isn't exactly a relaxing spa day, especially after work when you're tired and just want to get home. Behavioral economics research shows that when our brains are hit with multiple variables at once, brand, price, quantity, quality, we take shortcuts. Instead of calculating the true cost per unit, we default to whatever feels like reasonable value, or we just pick the middle option. Walk through any fair price in Singapore or Lotus in Malaysia and look at the rice section. You'll find 5 kilo bags, 10 kilo bags, 15 kilo and 20 kilo bags. But oh wait, there's also 2.5 kilo, 3 kilo, and randomly 18 kilo. Same thing with cooking oil. You've got 1 liter bottles, 2 liters, 3 liters, 5 liters. But some brands throw in 1.8 liters or 4.5 liters just to keep things interesting. This is what psychologists call decision fatigue. The more variations you're presented with, the less mental energy you have left for actually calculating value. So you end up grabbing what seems reasonable and moving along. Mission accomplished for the retailer. Here's where it gets even more clever. Let's say you're buying shampoo and there's a 500 ml bottle sitting next to a 750 ml bottle that costs only 30% more. The bigger bottle seems like a no-brainer, right? Obviously better value, but what often goes unnoticed is that both bottles might be overpriced compared to bulk options available online or at warehouse clubs. The smaller bottle is actually serving as an anchor, making the larger one look like a bargain even when neither is actually good value. This is the real genius of hidden product variations. They control your frame of reference. So why do manufacturers do this? Well, it's not just about offering consumer choice. It's a profit strategy with multiple benefits. First, they segment the market and extract maximum payment from different customer groups. Students might buy the small pack, families buy the large pack, everyone pays a premium. Second, all these variations make price comparisons really difficult, so you're less likely to switch to a cheaper competitor. Third, it creates an illusion of choice that makes you feel empowered whilst actually limiting meaningful comparison. Coffee is a brilliant example of this in Malaysia. One brand sells 100 gram tins, 200 gram, 400 gram, and 500 gram. Another brand offers 180 gram, 360 gram, and 450 gram. A third brand has 175 gram, 250 gram, and 500 gram as options. Unless you're standing there with a calculator, and let's be real, most of us can't be bothered for a tin of coffee, figuring out which brand and size combo offers the best value is nearly impossible. And those weird numbers like 180 degree or 360 degree aren't random. They're strategically chosen to prevent easy comparison. This also enables something called shrinkflation. That's when products get smaller, but the price stays the same. Your chocolate bar shrinks from 50 gri to 45 gri, but still costs 5 ringgit. Most people don't notice because the price feels familiar. What used to be 200 grill becomes 180 grills, then 175 grills, then 160 grills over a few years. Each change is small enough to slip past your conscious awareness, but cumulatively it adds up to a lot. Let me give you some real examples that will probably sound very familiar. Laundry detergent in Singapore comes in 2 kilo boxes, but also 2.3 kilo, 2.4 kilo, 2.5 kilo, 3 kilo, 3.2 kilo, and 4 kilos depending on brand. Milk powder in Malaysia, try 350 gram, 400 gram, 450 gram, 600 gram, 850 gram, 900 gram, 1.2 kilo, and 1.8 kilo tins. Tissue paper comes in packs of 3, 6, 10, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 30, with each brand having different sheet sizes, ply counts, and sheets per roll. And it's not just physical products. Mobile phone plans are absolutely mad with variations. You've got 5GB plans, 8GB, 10GB, 12GB, 15GB, 20GB, 30GB, 50GB, 100GB, with prices that don't scale proportionally. A 20GB plan might cost $35, whilst a 30GB plan costs $40, which seems like better value. But if you actually track your usage and realize you only consume 12GB per month, both plans represent overspending compared to a perfectly sized plan that conveniently doesn't exist. Gym memberships, same story. Monthly, quarterly, annual, off-peak, peak, platinum, gold, silver with personal training, without personal training, frozen memberships, guest passes included or not. Try comparing total cost and actual value across all that. Streaming services do it too. Basic, standard, premium, mobile only, with ads, without ads, number of screens, video quality tiers. Many people pay for premium features they rarely use because the pricing structure made the upgrade look like a steal. And don't even get me started on telco plans in Singapore and Malaysia. A single provider might offer 30 different combinations of data, talk time, SMS, international calling, roaming, and contract lengths. Comparing between providers becomes virtually impossible when everyone structures their variations differently. This complexity isn't a bug. It's absolutely a feature that reduces price sensitivity and increases what they call average revenue per user. That's you. So what can you actually do about all this? First, always calculate cost per standard unit, price per 100 gram, per liter, per gigabyte. Many Singaporean supermarkets now show unit pricing on shelf labels, though not all do, and it's less common in Malaysia. Using your phone calculator takes 15 seconds and can save you 20 to 30% on regular purchases. Over a year, that's serious money. Second, question manufactured urgency around size. When you see a bonus size or special pack, ask if it's genuine value or just manufactured savings. If the regular 200 green costs $5 and the 250 gram value pack costs $6, the per gram price is actually identical. The bigger size only saves money if you'd have bought it anyway at a higher unit price, not just because it's bigger. Third, track what you actually use. Many households buy larger sizes that expire or go to waste. That 5 kg rice bag isn't economical if half goes stale. The family size detergent doesn't save money if it's awkward to handle and you end up using too much per load. Track your actual consumption for a few months before committing to bulk purchases. Fourth, set standard baselines for things you buy regularly: rice, cooking oil, toilet paper, mobile data. Establish a personal price per standard unit and refuse to pay more regardless of packaging variations. If your baseline for rice is $1.50 per kilogram, anything above that needs strong justification. Finally, recognize when choice is actually confusion. Extensive variations often signal an attempt to hide prices rather than serve customers. When variations make comparison difficult, that difficulty is likely intentional. In these cases, choosing based on actual need rather than apparent value usually results in lower total spending. For households spending $500 to $800 monthly on groceries and essentials, applying these principles consistently can reduce expenses by $50 to $100 each month without sacrificing quality or satisfaction. You're just seeing through the variation smokescreen. If you found this useful, head over to WhyWeSpend.com for more insights on money psychology and consumer behavior. And do subscribe to this channel so you don't miss our next video. Until then, happy shopping, and remember, sometimes the best deal is the one that gives you exactly what you need, not just what looks like value.